Roll the corn. You know the truth now. Peace to my beautiful people from Time Mary. I love you. And I'm in love with you. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, how you doing? Roll the corn. Roll the corn. Put where you're from, put the corn in the chat. Maine Millie, what up? Ron G, New Jersey, what's up? Sade, Milwaukee, roll the corn. Respect my kicks. Akira, what's up, brother? Jay Krause, what's up, brother? Sade, roll the corn. Chicago in the building. Azure. Jaquel, how you doing? Hit the like button, hit the share button. Put where you're from, put the corn in the chat. Florida in the building. The gossip, roll the corn, Denver. We from everywhere. We from everywhere. What up, Chief? Peace to y'all, man. Peace to y'all. Love y'all. I'm in love with you, man. Guyana, South America. Roll the corn. Birmingham, Alabama. We know the truth now. Black Phantom, appreciate that. Hartford, Connecticut, True Born Math. I'm gonna take some. I'm just gonna go over something I'm studying. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. I'm just gonna go over something I'm studying today. I ain't through studying it, but I've been looking at these different areas. It's a couple of areas in America that's very, very interesting, and they have things that a lot of other places don't have. A lot of places got mounds, but some places got mounds and quarries and old buildings made from the limestone that comes from the quarries where these mounds are from, and these are very powerful, interesting spots, and I'm gonna show y'all one. St. Louis, what up? I'm gonna show y'all one today that's very, very deep, man. Well, before I get started, I want to talk about something before I get started. Lately, my email been blowing up, people. My email been blowing up. I'm talking about people from Muslims, the foundational Black American stuff, different podcasts, like big podcast people. It's been blowing up. I don't know what's been going on lately, man, but there's been a lot of reaching out to me, right, about speaking my truth about history on all levels. Muslims, archaeologists, all type of stuff, right? Because they look at me as if I see things different and I talk about it different, and it's starting to take on a truth that people want to hear on their podcast and stuff like that, right? And I told y'all, if I don't align with these certain people, I'm not doing it, right? I don't feel like people don't. I feel like people know the truth. Well, they don't know the whole truth, but Now they're starting to see the truth, and now they're starting to lean towards my theory about a lot of stuff, right? And I'm going to call it a theory because a lot of stuff I do be working on. I don't be done researching it, so I still call it a theory. But a lot of stuff I do know. But all these different groups are reaching out to me at this point. All different religious people, archaeologists, all type of stuff, right? But I'm not agreeing to none of that stuff right now. I don't feel it in my spirit to even get up there and talk to try to explain myself to different cultures that don't even understand where the culture came from. Not at this moment. But the word is getting around, people. I just want to let y'all know the word is getting around about its history and about how big Tamari was to the ancient world and what we done and the things we created, right? And it's getting around, and a lot of people are on me about, talking about it. But if I don't feel aligned with it, I'm not gonna do it. Right? And it's some of the biggest knowledgeable podcasts on the market, right? Big millions of subscribers, but it that don't move me. It don't move me. What move me is, am I going into a attack of people who want to hide history? When I go in there and sit down and I get attacked from these other sides of history that want to hide what I'm speaking of, because I can see the play 1,000 miles away, right? Which I'm not concerned about an attack, because I can run my receipts down, but I'm not here to prove nothing to nobody who's not a believer of the truth, right? You shouldn't have to push the truth on people. People should just take what you say, research it, see what's the truth, and then get it from there, right? But these people want me to preach the truth on them, and I can't do it. I'm not here to switch nobody, man. I'm not here to push no narrative on nobody. I'm just here to put the facts together of our culture, our people, and what really happened to our people. So therefore, I've been turning stuff down like 4 or 5 times a week, because I can't. I don't feel it, I don't feel it spiritually. It's kind of like just some go on here, get some views and do this and that. No, man, that ain't what this is about. So I just want to let y'all know that, man. But if I find some people I feel like I can align with to sit down and get some real research and real who really care about our culture, I'll do it. But for people who just trying to get some views off of you on their page, or they ran out of information and they trying to do that, nah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Now let's go look at this spot right here. Roll the coin. Right here. Juliet Mound marker. Juliet Mound. You see that? Illinois. Juliet Mound, Illinois. Now this place right here is very, very deep and interesting to me. And they hiding a lot of information right here. They hiding a whole lot of mounds here, quarries are here, castles are here, fortresses are here, all type of stuff, right? Why is this place interesting? And I'm going to let y'all know. Now, it's called the City of Stone. The quarry of limestone with a bluish-white tinge earned Juliet the nickname the City of Stone. Illinois and Michigan Canal was both consumers of stone of the building. The canals were made of this certain stone that come from a quarry in this area, right? Illinois' new penitentiary in Joliet, 1858, because of the abundance of stone for prison walls and cell houses. That was already there, people. The Juliet Penitentiary was already there. It was already there. They be acting like it's new, but it's not. It was already there. Roll the coin. Well, I thought I had a picture of it, but I'll have to show y'all later. But it was already there. The new penitentiary, 1858, already there. Now look, it's built right on the quarry. Watch this. The Chicago Fire 1871 spun damaged the stone in 1990. Juliet quarries was shipping over 3,000 railroad carloads of stone per month to Chicago and other cities. Now, this is where they hide your history at. They set the city on fire, burn the inside of the buildings, then they come back and act like after the fire, they sent stones from Juliet, Illinois' quarry to build buildings in Chicago. Cap. Ain't no way y'all built these massive buildings after a fire, bro. And I'm finna show y'all some of these buildings. Right? Now this is how they lie to you. They act like they burn up something, then they come back and redo it and act like they built it, right? Now let's go look at some of these places. Chicago Water Tower, made out of limestone from the Mound quarry, hooked up to the jail in Joliet, Illinois, right? The water tower. Here we go right here. Right here. Now, this ain't it. This the church. The water tower. Right here. This is ancient architecture of our people. This is our shit. They can stop lying. Because when I do the research about this, the stones come from the mounds. The mound right there with the quarry right there with a whole damn fortress and castle, people. Just like in West Virginia, in Joliet, Illinois, mound, quarry, big-ass fortress made out of this limestone. Now, the same limestone built the water tower in Chicago. Let's keep going. Water tower, Holy Name Cathedral. Right here. Holy Name Cathedral. Same limestone found in the mounds in Illinois with the people. Roll the coin. This our shit. Because it go right to the Illinois State Capitol building. The old one and the new one. It don't even matter. Roll the coin. Look, Illinois State Capitol building made out of that same limestone. See that? This is what was built in Timary when colonizers got here. It was already here, people. It's already here. Let's go look at what else. The Rose Hill Cemetery. Now, let me show y'all something that's interesting about this cemetery. The cemeteries in the area of Rose Hill. Watch this right here. Now, what do y'all see out there that don't pose to be there? What do y'all see at these cemeteries in Juliet that don't pose to be there? What the fuck is this? What is this? What's this? What the hell is that? Why is that there? What the hell? A Sumerian griffin outside a cemetery. Now, what that cemetery look like he's sitting on? What that cemetery look like he's sitting on, people? What they look like right there? A mound. Roll the coin. Now watch this. All you gotta do is go look at what the hunter-gatherers. All you gotta do is go look at what the hunter-gatherers gonna tell you the truth. All you gotta do is just research it. Watch this. Let's go down to the comments of that picture. The cemetery itself is on top of an Indian burial mound, hence the name. This one is on Cherry Hill Road, just south of Cass Street. Now, the man who put the picture up, watch what he say. Hi, Skip. I'm interested in the history of this cemetery, and especially your observation that it is an Indian burial mound. Is there a marker indicating it is a native mound? I wonder where you learned that from. Thanks. He don't even fucking know. James Graham, who took the picture, don't even know. Somebody commented and said, it's a fucking Indian mound. You don't even know it. Let's go look at another picture. 2010, that same damn statue right there. 2000, let's go back some years. The statue's still there. This is a newer picture. Right here. Right? This is the new picture. Here go the old picture. 2010. Why do y'all got a Sumerian griffin outside the damn? Because that's the piazza. These people know that whoever discovered this mound a long time ago know that that is the same thing as this. They know it. Same people, same bloodline, same ideology. They know. That's why it's sitting right there outside the entrance. Now, it probably was two of them right there, because I read in old newspapers, they got two griffins outside of mound complexes, outside of tombs. I got the newspaper clipping today. I'm going to show it to y'all. Crazy, right? Juliet now, all in the same spot. This shit is crazy. Let's look here. The pre-Asian timeline, right? Now look, the Bering Strait people, right? Now, there were people here way before people came across the Bering Strait. Way before. Thousands of years before the Bering Strait. Making Asian migration impossible during this period. Right? The Ice Age. They was not bringing their ass over here. They try to say Africans were here, but you know how they know they be making that bullshit up. They couldn't even come over here. 15,000 years ago, we already had shit already on the land. They could stop it. Show y'all something I ran across. This is a Peruvian sculpture. Melanated people. I want to show y'all that. There's something I just ran across in the research. Peruvian, melanated. Try to say they African. Y'all already know. These ain't no damn Africans. They was already here. Let's get to a couple of newspapers that I've been researching. Roll the coin. Now, this ain't in America. This is in the Middle East somewhere. But I want to show y'all something. Tell El Yahoo Dia. Yahudia. Let me explain something to y'all. When y'all see these different tales and mounds and other places, I want y'all to research the names and where this stuff come from, people, because it takes you back to the original, what I've been teaching y'all, right? Tell El Yahudia, right? Let's go see what it means. Scream Yahoo. Yahoo. Scream Yahoo. That's what the hell. Watch this. This shit is crazy. Right? Yahudia, meaning Jew or Judean. Right? Root word used in Hebrew and Aramaic as well. For instance, the Hebrew Yehudi, which also means Jew. So, now, another definition for this is to scream, like to yell in praise, right? But you have to understand, why are all of the mounds in the Middle East named after Hebrew things? Think about that. Named after Hebrew things. Because mound builders were some type of Hebrew culture. That's what I want y'all to understand. See, over there, they got the names, they got the original names. Still hooked to Jewish, still hooked, not Jewish, but still hooked to Hebrew names. See, over here, I should be named Hebrew names, and they changed to the Hopewell, or they changed it to Nina Wire, or they changed it to Ottawa, or, you know, they don't give you the original name. They give you a name that don't go along with no type of Hebrew. But the original name of the mounds over here were Hebrew names. But over there in the Middle East and Africa, they still got their old connection to the names. So I like to look up the names of these tales in Africa, right? In the Middle East. But that's where the Yahoo come from, right? www.yahoo.com. Roll the coin. Yahoo. Here we go right here. Talking about some type of kings and pharaohs. Right? But this is over there in the Middle East. I just want to show y'all that. Bricks under the head, red clay, red bricks. So all this stuff kind of go together, but I want to show y'all the meaning of this stuff. Right? It was something else I wanted to show y'all. Inscriptions were disclosed. Massive blocks of stone in the search for inscriptions were done. The Great Temple, described by Herodotus as the most beautiful in Egypt. And they talking about a mound, people. The Tel Yahudish, designed chiefly to corroborate the account given by Josephus of the construction of the Hebrew temple by Onias in the time of the Ptolemy and Cleopatra. So this is some type of mound that's over there, hooked to Cleopatra and Joseph in the Bible. But we're going to keep going. I just wanted to show y'all that. It was interesting. Now, that's the Yahoo breakdown. Now, here go Juliet Mounds right here, right? Juliet Mound I was just talking about. Silver crosses and buckles of other gifts from early French to the Indians. See, the French was trying to mix with the Indians, people. The French always pop up and culturally assimilate Indians. Just like in Mississippi and French daddies for chiefs, this is where this come from. French people pulling up on mound builders, trying to intertwine with them, right? Exhumed from mounds near the city, right? Story of mound builders who stopped here to inspect the whole while on his way to the Pablo County in the Southwest. We have known for a long time that the mound builders were real Indians. The old notion that they were a mysterious separate race has been to go into the limbo discarded myth. But I'm going to show y'all some stuff where they say Native Americans did not build the mounds, right? I'm going to show y'all. Hostile race between the early American settlers and Indians together with distractions. Migrations. I'm going to show y'all, though. They're going to talk about when the natives didn't build the mounds. They was already there. All these archaeologists from back in the 1800s are talking about the natives did not build the mounds. Let me show you. I got to go through the rest of them. Okay. There were giants in those days, not only amongst the men, but amongst the stalks of corn. There were giants in these days, not only amongst the men, but amongst the stalks of corn, right? Because they created it. That is the 2,000 years ago or more, right? Farmer Madison County, corn seeds, which had been taken out of a mound builder's tomb in Arkansas, estimated to be at least 2,000 years old. He placed them in the ground, and at his surprise to the light, they grew, has been something prodigious, right? The stalks of corn are 12 feet in height. The leaves resemble a cactus leaf, some of them being 5 feet long. Many stalks bear 6 ears of corn, and the grains are solid and exceptionally good for feeding cattle, right? Now, I want y'all to look at this. The stalks of corn, 12 feet tall, and they had cactus leaves. The leaves resemble a cactus leaf. Watch this. Zia. Now, there are places called Zia over there on the other side of the world with mounds, people. Look it up. There are places called Zia on the other side of the world with mounds, right after corn, right? You look it up. Now, how old is this corn? 9 to 10,000 years ago. And they say Mesoamerica, right? But this is North America. This is Wisconsin, Madison County, I think. See, they try to make everything come from Mexico to try to throw you off. Like the culture up here ain't the ancestors of the culture down there. That's a lie. Might be Indiana, I don't know, I didn't get all the research. But that corn with them cactus leaves is ancient corn, people. See that? 9 to 10,000 year old cactus leaf corns. Wild relative of maize. This is when our people are first learning the tradition of growing maize and redoing it to make it better and better and better, right? This is how old we've been rolling corn in America, North America. Because y'all find it in mounds, steady planted, and it still was growing thousands of years later. See that? These are the people that started all these languages. These are the people that started this mound building. These are the people that dug that copper in these mines and these stones. These are the people evolving through time, getting better and better. These people were way smarter than Africans. 10,000 years ago, Africans did not have a crop they created, bro. We were smarter than them. We were more equipped for nature than those people. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but 10,000 years ago, we was already hybriding corn. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. Mound builders were very different from the Indians of Columbian days. These Indians built no mounds. Native Americans built no mounds. You see that? We work metals very crudely, right? They had no great liking either for gold or pearls. Native Americans had no great liking for gold or pearls. They did not carve stone, but the mound builders did. And like all these things, furthermore, there are facts which suggest that they had a religious ritual and a political organization quite different from that of the Columbian Indians. How are we to account for these traits and customs? Whence, right? I can't read, let me see. Came the engineering skill and the enterprise which led to the Indian race to build all other of thousands of mounds. Now, these people know that them Native Americans did not build no mounds, bro. Mound builder were different than Native Americans. Do you see that? We had art, customs. They know nothing about gold and pearls. They know nothing about building mounds and working metal. They know nothing about it. The old archaeologists knew this, people. This is why I speak on this, because I have researched this thoroughly. All the archaeologists from the 1800s say, them natives is not the people built them mounds. They are not that smart. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. These mound buildings, rulers from outside the Indian country, knew things. Outside the Indian country, knew things. Useful things. Right? For example, how to predict the seasons. There you go, right there. There go the difference right there. They learned that shit from us. I told y'all that. Them Native Americans learned that shit from us. They are not the same people, but the mound building culture can do what? Predict the seasons. They had a calendar which fitted the months, the motions of the stars and of the sun. They knew They know of Indian corn and how to grow it best. They understood irrigation and the use of fertilizers. You see it? It is probable that they had knowledge of herbs and rude kind of surgery, right? Now, what does that tell you? I told y'all, we made the star alignment important for changing of seasons for agriculture. Therefore, we know when the season's gonna change. They don't know a motherfucking thing. We know the motion of the stars and the sun. They don't know a motherfucking thing. Therefore, we're going to make this common sense. If the Native American don't know the motion of the stars for the seasons, ain't no white people over here. Who are the people on the land? Ain't nobody left but us. We just going to use common sense. We ain't got to do all this digging deep in the hole to find nothing. If it ain't natives, white people ain't here, ain't no damn Arabs over here, ain't no Dravidians, ain't nobody but melanated mound builders. The ancestors of the American Indian. Simple, bro. Now, Native Americans learn our culture. They learn how to watch the stars and get a calendar. They learn how to grow. They don't even know how to roll the motherfucking corn. That's why I told y'all roll the corn a long time ago. They don't know what the hell they doing. They don't know nothing about this. At the time this was going on, they don't know nothing. They are learning from us. Therefore, y'all better show my people respect. Because we taught y'all, fed y'all, one for us, y'all ass wouldn't even be here on no reservation. Y'all would have starved to death long time ago. You wouldn't have no spirituality, no culture, ain't no feathers, ain't no damn phoenix or none of that shit. Y'all wouldn't have nothing. I hate that y'all think that somebody trying to assimilate y'all. Why would we want to be y'all? My people don't grow up wanting to be like no other culture. Who taught y'all that? We don't grow up saying we want to be a Native American. I want to be a YT man. We don't grow up doing that shit. We just watch somebody that we know in our community, our culture, and we look up to them. We don't look up to other cultures. When have we ever done that? It's not our culture to look up to other cultures. Roll the corn. We're not on here trying to be natives. These the real Indians who y'all learn y'all knowledge from. So go research it, you hunter-gatherers. That Josiah dude, listen Josiah, whatever the fuck your name is, don't tag me in no more of your dope fiend ass videos, bro. Before I come kick you in your dusty ass. Roll the corn. Josiah, do not tag We Know the Truth Now in your dusty ass videos, bro. Don't do that. Then you gonna say, he's stealing my content. This ain't no motherfucking content. You hunter-gatherer, Siberian. I wouldn't watch your ass do nothing. Who the hell I look like? Do I look like I learned anything from your people? Do I look like I gotta watch you for some content? Do I look like I got to lie and act like I don't even, listen, bro. Only reason I know you because you was beefing with other creators, bro. I never said nothing to you. You are a junkie, bro. I don't even talk to junkies. A junkie Native American, I wouldn't care if you hit the pipe and fell the hell out. Don't you tag me in no more video talking about he's stealing my information. You be watching my shit. You think I don't see you on YouTube watching my video, bro? Trying to get a culture, put your culture together off mine. You mixed breed piece of shit. Don't never say my name. Don't tag me. I don't play with y'all people, bro. If you don't know your history about now, I'm not here to teach it to you. I ain't got time to argue with you, bro. Jay-Z said some powerful shit in one of his songs, bro. Do not argue with a fool. Because people can't tell who is who, man. I don't argue with fools, bro. You a fool, bro. If you don't know your bloodline came from across that goddamn Asia, you a fool. You think your light-skinned ass been over here on this continent for 50,000 years? You a fool. Don't tag me no more, bro. See you in real life and drag your ass, bro. I don't play no games, bro. Go play with somebody else. Go play with one of them folks that gonna go back and forth with you. I will see you and drag your Native American ass, bro. While on live, doing a lecture. Like, look at this. I don't play like that, bro. Y'all been playing around with them New York niggas and Delaware niggas. And them, no disrespect to these places. But you come to the SIP with that shit, we gonna drag your ass, boy. Real Choctaw warrior shit. It ain't gonna take nothing like 60 seconds. You gonna look like Humpty Dumpty on upside the head, bro. Get on down. Somebody gotta stand for my people, bro. I don't care what kind of police y'all go tell. Y'all can call the judge. You can call the federal government. They're trying to culturally assimilate us. I don't give a fuck what kind of snitching you call yourself doing. That shit do not bother me. Because I know this is my culture. This ain't got, talking about something. That's a crime to act like a Native American. When have we said we Native Americans? Not once. Not me. We are not Native Americans. Therefore, what are you talking about? We are the original people of the land. Native mean you was born here. That's all that shit mean. You were born here. Where your great-grandmama was born? Josiah. Go back a couple generations, boy, your ass so far in Asia, you so far back over there in the Mongolian territory, you don't even know where the hell your ancestors come from. Go back to the 1500s or something, boy, your ass in Siberia, your bloodline in Siberia. My people on the Mississippi eating goddamn fried catfish. Don't tag me no more. I ain't said nothing to you. I don't like you. I don't like your spirit. I don't like your bloodline. I don't like what you're teaching. I don't like nothing about you, big dog. I learned something from you. I can't even learn how to say your name correctly from you, you hunter-gatherer. Go play with one of them half-breed niggas. Go play with one of them half-breed niggas who gonna play with you. Do not play with truth now. Don't do that. Truth now not finna hang off no tree. I'm going out like goddamn Tony Montana. YT people don't play with me about what I be teaching or none of that. Because if I live, I'm coming, it's coming hard on y'all ass, bro. I'm going out like Tony. I don't play with y'all. I'm telling you, I don't play no games with no gatherers. In real life, you just gonna get a 2-piece and a biscuit. And I'm out. I don't play with y'all, bro. We gotta stop playing with these people, bro. You don't even supposed to be in our presence to even talk to us about this information, bro. Why are y'all on panels with this hunter-gatherer? Lowering your vibration. I don't want to see him, talk to him. I don't give a fuck if he exists or not. He could be gone tomorrow and I wouldn't give a damn. You know why? Because y'all hate my kind, bro. Y'all always have. Y'all always attacked us. Some of y'all were peaceful and we taught y'all, but 9 times out of 10, y'all was violent people. Y'all ain't no better than me. Hell, y'all supposed to be because the government gave y'all government gave y'all a piece of raggedy land to sleep on. I don't give a fuck. Roll the coin. My people knew the stars and the sun. They know of Indian corn and how to grow it the best. We understood irrigation, not natives. See that? We would call it science or engineering. That's what we were doing. Y'all ass was laid out on some blanket Indian shit, not doing a motherfucking thing. Roll the coin, so don't talk to me, bro. Don't tag me another video. If I wanted to jump through the phone and kick your ass, that's how I serious. I wanted to. If I could dive in the comments and come out on the other side of the phone and kick you in your ass. That's how I be feeling about you. Don't tag me, bro. Don't nobody tag me. Nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody but my people. All the other shit, y'all can have it, bro. Now, this is talking about Mexico and Yucatan, right? It was some, okay, this is what I wanted to show y'all. The Mayans had a book of our records, people. Watch this. Watch this. The Mayans living in the country had books of their own, which they seemed to prize very highly. The Spanish priests could not read these books, but they did not deter them. They burned up every one that they could find. You see that? That is powerful. We have books of our records of our ancestors and our teachings, and the Spanish could not read them and burnt them up. Do this sound like a savage to you? This sound like we knew all our ancestors and where they was at on the land in a book, and what they do with it? They seem to prize the book very highly. That's hurtful right there, people. Because if we get that book today, we break all codes on the land. But they knew it and they burnt it up. Roll the coin. You see that? Screenshot that if you need that. This is why it's hard to find our history before colonizers got here, because they burnt up all the buildings with the records. They burnt up the books we wrote with the records. They burnt up all of the artifacts with records, and they kept the rest of them. Roll the coin. This is the people that was on the land when they got here, people. These are not a primitive people. They got pyramids and books of records of their family and their teachings. Roll the coin. Still in tune with nature. Still in tune with nature. Right? Roll the coin. Mound builders. And it was here that the mound, the flint, and the agate. Agate is a mineral from the earth. Flint and agate. Right? From which they fashioned weapons of war, of the hunt that were carried to all parts of this continent which these people dwelt, right? The beads that were found were recognized as some kind that the Mayans of Yucatan and Central America manufactured. Only in the south, the Smith River Valley in Yucatan and in the ancient tombs of Egypt were these beads ever found. Whoa! Hold the fuck on. Why are Mayans wearing the same beads as Egyptians? See, that's what I be trying to tell y'all. Them same minerals, same beads, same teaching, same everything. Look. There we go. Right there. Tombs of River Valley in Yucatan and in the ancient tombs of Egypt were these beads ever found. Scientists declared that the Mayans, a semi-civilized prehistoric people of Central America, traveled across the lost continent of Atlantis, which once joined the old world and the new, to Egypt, then the center of the civilization of the world. In Yucatan, in the tomb, Queen Mu of the Mayans was found a miniature sphinx, which closely resembles the Egyptian sphinx, on the banks of the Nile. And legend has it that Queen Mu reigned in Egypt and built that monument to her husband, King Mo. Deep. This is in a Montana newspaper in the 1800s. See that? That's fire right there. Now it's a book called Queen Mu and the Sphinx. I know y'all saw that before because y'all research this type of stuff. They're talking about this same stuff. Queen Mu and the Sphinx. This is a YT man from a newspaper in Montana writing about this. Same beads on the Maya's neck, same beads on the Egyptian's neck. That's fire. Y'all got that screenshotted? I've been wanting y'all to keep some of this stuff. That was in 1940, I think. No, that's another one. Falls, Montana. I don't know. Might be. I be going through so many of these. Roll the coin. That's deep right there, though. That's deep. Let's keep going. Ancient mines are found. There are fossil beds that contain bones of strange prehistoric animals that antedated the mound builders. 3-toed horses, 4-toed camels that roamed the prairies and mountains in the beginning time of the history of the animal kingdom, and the huge reptiles that came even before them. Now we talking about in America, right? I mean, in that same area in South America, the Smith River Valley. Ancient mines. So when we talk about these 3-toed horses and 4-toed camels that was in America, it's true, people. Along the Smith River Valley are still to be seen ancient mines and working of those old races. See, we are the people who pulled the limestone out of the mines, people. Old races, which sprang up, flourished, and went down to oblivion, from which they took the flint and agate that they made into tools and weapons, as well as opal, which they used as jewelry. Egyptians used opal as jewelry too. That's fire. Want y'all to check that out. I'm trying to stay out the way so y'all can screenshot and read some of this stuff, right? This stuff is deep. Look how they started this off. The Mounds, right, were the descendants of biblical, I can't even see it up there, biblical. The mound builders had only had two sets of teeth in their mouth. Yeah. But this stuff is so old, ain't no damn telling. The mound builders were Egyptians who had long crossed the Atlantic in some never explained way that raised the culture in America. Now, they know they were the same people, but they always try to send it back to Africa. They always try to send it back to Africa. That ain't where this come from. Mound builder was a race of ideolators who had been destroyed in the great flood of the Bible on which Noah successfully sailed the ark. All these things and more were the vanished race of people who had erected the Great Pyramid, American mounds, right? So says speculation. Modern discovery has shown that the earlier fantastic ideas about who and what were the mound builders were unfounded and revealed these great people as the ancestors of the tribes that were here when the first white man came. See what I'm saying? Ancestors are the mound builders. Modern discovery has shown that the earlier and the great mounds in the first thought to be very ancient. Some were dated as far back as 150,000 BC. Were shown by tree ring analysts to have been erected in the 10th, 11th, and 12th centuries. Indeed, a few cases of discovery of distinctly European artifacts in some mounds, sustainable that the mound builders may have existed until the white man came. Because they buried themselves on top of our mounds, right? When they started digging this stuff back up, the first people buried themselves on top of our mounds. Why the mound builder and all their fine culture vanished in one of the biggest unsolved mysteries yet remaining about these people. That they were conquered by more primitive Indians is one suggestion, but any race that conquers another keeps alive the glories of its conquest. This is what they were saying in the old newspapers. Now let's look here. Double-headed eagle, double-headed bird in the mounds in America. That is a coat of arms, or that is a Masonic right symbol, Masonic right symbol right there. See that? The double-headed eagle, double-headed bird, Masonic right. You see it? They got this on Scottish Rite. The Scottish Rite masonries, Masons got this right here. This is where they got it from. Look up Scottish Rite Mason double-headed eagle, and then that's where they got it from. Now, this same eagle was found with the old mix. Where the same bird, double-headed bird, was found with the old mix. And it was found with the Mississippians. See that? That's where they got it from. Here. This is older. Right? Now, that kind of looked like the plow right there, but I ain't going to get into that. That's kind of deep. Copper was mined near Lake Superior. You see that? Copper was mined near Lake Superior. I told y'all Lake Superior is the key to the knowledge. Lake Superior copper is the key to the information because you can't debunk it. You can't debunk 99% copper coming from America found over there. You can't debunk that. That is a connection. Somebody brought that there, right? So you can't, anybody who trying to stop you acting like melanated people ain't leave here and go there, they'll lie, right? The Phoenicians had it. The Cretans had it. All these people had it. Found in ancient spots all over the Middle East and Africa. That Lake Superior copper, right? Fire. Cut into mica, ceremonial patterns. See that? That is a Masonic temple. That is a symbol stolen right there from our people. Now look at this. Roll the coin. The World Museum of Washington Star put up this mound in America with the Haru bird right there in the middle. See that? This is how Poverty Point bird once looked. This is how the Poverty Point bird in Louisiana looked. See that? Right there. This is where the Birdman, Haru, Sirius ideology comes from. Then it grows bigger into Egyptian knowledge. Same teaching, Sirius rising over the mound with the sun. Summer solstice. If the sun aligns here, you're going to line that right up through there. That is the helixual rising. Sirius and the sun going to line right over this mound and this bird. It's time for the harvest, the summer solstice. This is in America now. This ain't no goddamn Africa. They're talking about American mounds and effigies, effigy mounds. Now, why is this so amazing? Before I keep going. This shows the first culture with this. I just showed y'all the mound. He said the mound builders track the stars in the sun. This shows the culture. This shows that this is older than Egypt. These are earthen mounds. Earthen mounds are older than stone mounds, people. So therefore, if I'm aligning Sirius up with the sun for the harvest of our crops in June, that's the first teaching of what Egyptians were doing. They just evolved, and by the time they got to that area, they was building stone pyramids. But it's the same star alignments all over the world. The structures are just older. The structures over here are just older than the structures over there. This is in a newspaper now, talking about America. You see it? Washington Star. Here. It's here. He go to the other side of the newspaper. It's here. Roll the corn. That's fire. Now let's keep looking. Now that quarry in Juliet, Illinois supplies stone for numerous buildings, right? Local limestone. City of Stone. Look at these buildings. Look. The Rose Hill Cemetery. Made out of that stone. Mounds out there and everything. Confederate soldiers buried there. I told y'all, our old stomping grounds, they buried they damn fake ass soldiers on top of our culture. This is where you get the military parks. This is where you get national cemeteries. This quarry was made by the same stone that come from the quarry of the Mounds in Juliet, Illinois. The entrance gate of the Roswell Cemetery, Chicago. Gothic revival. We made this. It looked just like the rest of the buildings. Let me show you. Look. It looked just like the rest of the building. Look. See the triangle at the front? Same type of building. Triangle, right there. Made out of the same limestone. Hold on, let me show you. Completed in 1869. Cap. Truth ain't in you. Y'all just living in our buildings. Look. Union soldiers and Confederate soldiers. The Gothic revival. Gothic means old. With them gargoyles and stuff. The gargoyle, when you see them gargoyle water spitting gargoyles in Chicago, that is a water deity. It's like a water deity. That's all it is. So they named it gargoyles and stuff. You see that them things in Chicago spitting the water, looking like a monster? That's a water deity. That's all it is. Don't be acting like it's so scary and shit. That's all it means. Right? It's so old. Now they have canals in Illinois and Michigan made out of that same limestone. We built the canals also. And then there are beauty of the old canal locks. These stones lock together, right? These stones lock together. Like they carve out a puzzle and they lock together. Same way the Phoenician ship locks together with the wood, right? I showed y'all that too. The Phoenician ship on the Mississippi River locks together. We had locks that locked these stones together, and we built canals with water systems and irrigated around the water system and got crops. That's fire. That's where they come from. The Juliet Correctional Center, the old Juliet prison, was built by inmates using limestone quarries on site. Cap. The original limestone quarry was located just outside the prison walls. That's true. It's built right on the quarry that the stone come from. They turned it into a prison, people. They take our old stuff and turn it into places for prisoners of war. Then over time it becomes a federal prison or the Rock and all that shit, the Rock prison and Leavenworth, Kansas. And see what I'm saying? All that shit, it already was there. Even the prison got Gothic revival appearance, featuring terrails and battlement scene in films as the Blues Brother. That prison, the Blues Brother was getting out of jail of that prison on the movie. They put these things in movies and stuff like that, right? Roll the coin. Now, up the street from there, you have the Briscoe Mounds, right? The Briscoe Mounds. Burial practices of the Mississippian people. Right up the street from their prison, Briscoe Mounds. Northern Illinois, village that thrived along the Des Plaines River. Mounds. 39-acre site. See that? Here we go right here. Briscoe Mounds, historic site. Right up the street. Roll the coin. This site offers insight into the burial practices. Ain't no telling who they found out here, people. Ain't no telling. Might have been all type of kings and queens and people out the Bible be in these places. I'm telling y'all what I know. So Chicago Water Tower, Holy Name Cathedral, Illinois State Capitol buildings, the waterways I just showed you, and Roswell Cemetery with the big front, all made out of the same Juliet limestone, and the prison. Ancient bones found in this spot, mounds, everything, all there. Holy Name Cathedral. Here go the Capitol building. This stuff is already here. Now, people are talking about pyramids, but what about these? See, you can't forget this. See, they always go off the pyramids in Egypt, but what about this? This is way grand more architecture than a pyramid, people. This architecture is 50 times better than a pyramid. So the level of evolution of the mind or of the ancient culture got to this. And it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger until hunter-gatherers came. I'd rather have this than a pyramid. Roll the coin. These are aligned with the sun and the equinoxes and solstices, just like pyramids. I'm telling y'all what I know. So we built pyramids, mounds, and these. None of these are in Africa. Why? Ask yourself that. Why ain't no buildings like this in Africa? Why y'all think that it's like that? They just use common sense. Why y'all think ain't none of these buildings like this in Africa? Think about it. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Roll the corn. I'm gonna tell y'all why. We left here and put cultures in Africa. in ancient times. Yeah, we did go to Africa in ancient times. But the timeline fits the pyramid. See what I'm saying? Wasn't no buildings like this around when we traveled to Africa from here off the Mississippi. It was just pyramids and mounds, right? So on the Nile, they have pyramids and mounds. Now, why did these people not evolve to build this? Why y'all think so? What makes America different in BC times than Africa in the Middle East? Put it in the chat. What makes us different? Think about it. Give me an answer in the chat. Okay. The difference is, people, why don't Africans have these type of buildings? This why. This why, y'all, listen. For one, it's hard to find quarries in Africa to build these buildings. That's one. And for two, the biggest reason is our people was in Africa. The same knowledge that people that built this. But at the time, it wasn't evolved to this. Before we evolved to this, we were attacked 55,000 times. Why? Because we are on hunter-gatherer land, people. We was not able to evolve to build this in Africa because when we put the pyramid up and start rolling some crops and start to do well, here come all of these damn other cultures. We got to fight them every damn day. We ain't got time to build no goddamn Tartarian building, style building in Egypt. Because we getting attacked from every direction. That land is not the promised land, people. You can go set up over there, but you're going to have to fight to keep it. Right? So therefore, about time, the same bloodline of people in America who was not, we were getting attacked by a couple of Native Americans, but they wasn't stopping shit over here. Right? Over there, mass wars. Romans, Greeks, Arab type people, Mongolians, Asians, everybody attacking Egypt in the Middle East. Everybody. I'm talking, it war all through the, I can name 10 different attacks. The Cushites fighting Egyptians, Cushites fighting Assyrians, Taseti, the land of the bow. We protected our pyramid with the land of the bow. That's how the land of the bow came about. Because we were popping their ass with the bow. The bow and arrow is from Timeri. That's why they called it Taseti. We protected our crop fields and pyramids and treasures with the bow and arrow. That's why we made it so long over there. But it's only so long you can fight on foreign land. Everybody know that. So these people take over all our stuff over there before we evolve into building things like this. So they stuck with one pyramid. I mean, them pyramids on the Nile. That's all they got. That's all they gonna ever have. Because that's the only spot where we thrived before the hunter-gatherers came. And then when they came and started attacking us, that's the last thing we built on their land. Right? That's why ain't none of these buildings over there. Now, that's the hot spot of the world, people. The Nile, Euphrates, Israel, Jerusalem, that's the hot spot of the world. Everybody's coming there trying to come up. Everybody. Attack after attack after attack. Now, where else do we see these type of buildings? So-called Tartaria, North Russia, North Asia, right? We went that way a long time ago. We were unbothered in that area, right? That ain't the hot spot. So these Tartarian-style buildings go up in Europe through the Cretan and the Minian and the Keftua bloodline. Start building stuff like this in Russia. The Tartarians didn't build it. The Tartarians are Mongols. Only reason they call it them buildings Tartarian buildings because Mongols live there, right? Mongols are Tartars, people. Don't get this shit mixed up. Tartarians did not build these buildings. Those are Mongols. I just showed y'all Mongols couldn't even build mounds in America. Therefore, they cannot build nothing like this. That is cultural assimilation. The great people, the Hebrew, started out building mounds, evolved all the way through pyramids, all the way up to buildings like this, right? You got to understand that. So all these other places were untapped. We had time to build monumental structures in these places, but you didn't have time to do that in Europe. I mean, in Egypt and in the Middle East, because you got to fight every day. All my life I had to fight, just like the color purple. All our damn life on the Nile, all our life on the Euphrates, we had to fight. We ain't got time to build nothing else. We barely put the pyramid up before they started attacking, right? All our life we had to fight. And that's real, because we fought everywhere. Europe, Middle East, everywhere. Africa, we were different than these people. So all our life, all our existence, we had to fight. They want your agriculture land. They want to live in your castles. They want to put their body on top of your mounds. See, do what you got to understand about history, people. We see these people putting their bodies on top of our mounds in America. Where did they get that from? They got that from Europe. The mounds, the ancient ancestors put in Europe, they were doing the same thing. It's their culture, people. King Arthur did not exist. Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Y'all hear me? King Arthur did not exist. King Arthur is a made-up Knights of the Round Circle, a made-up hero that was buried in that they say the mound was made for. The Knights of the Round Table is a mound, people. It ain't real. White people are telling you fake hero stories that they did not do. Ain't no King Arthur slanging the sword, fighting for no damn Knights of the Round Table. That's a made-up story to act like they built the mounds in Europe. Roll the coin. That's why the Knights of the Templar is Masonic emblem shit, because all of it go together. You lie about the history, say your people are the great people who built this, created these symbols in spiritualism, and you hide it and say, we are the Knights of the Round Templar. We are the Knights of the Illuminated. We are the Illuminated. We are the Masons. We are the Illuminati. That's where that shit come from. Hiding your culture of ancient culture. That's why you see them have symbols that go along with mound builder symbols. Oh, we got somebody in the chat. The history buffer. We got a YT man want to talk to me. Come on up in the chat. You said no, it doesn't. Come show me where it come from then. I know you're not available to talk to me, you hunter-gatherer. Every Masonic symbol come from an ancient melanated people's culture. And if you show me one, I'll show you where it come from. I know you don't want to talk to me. Yo, you better decline my invite. You better decline my invite or get embarrassed. Because your clear ass ain't got no culture. You acrylic, clear fingernail, no culture, hunter-gatherer. Come on, talk to me, big dog. You big, smart, sophisticated, intelligent hunter-gatherer. Come on. Y'all ain't nothing but a sponge, bro. It's over for you. All y'all do is regurgitate and make shit up. You didn't create nothing. No, it don't. Yes, it do. And the truth ain't in you, and the devil in your spirit, not in the ground. Y'all won't talk to me. I'm on some other shit. Get out my way. I'm a steamroll anybody playing. Because y'all are lying to our people and you're lying to yourself. Anybody lie to themselves are evil. Lying to yourself is evil. Making you think your people was great. Y'all were never great. Never. You ain't great today. You wasn't great 10,000 years ago. If you was here, you ain't great. Our people built things through nature. Your people built things off the back of our people. Therefore, you a sponge, a parasite, a hunter-gatherer. Y'all made secret societies of our ancient culture, and y'all in there hiding it like you know something we don't know. We created this shit. How the fuck we don't know nothing about it? We getting back to the truth. What you have hid one day will come to the light. That day is today. It's in the light, brother. It's in the light. These ancient mounds in America are ancient melanated people that was here before even knowledge even hit the Nile. You can quit lying to yourself and to your family from a made-up history book that your people created. It's time for my people to create the history book now. And it's going to be called Roll the Corn. And when it come out, all this fake-ass history is dead, bro. I want kids 5 years old reading this book so they can know how great their ancestors was. I might I'm telling y'all, when I get that book come out, I might go pass that book out at bus stops. I'm giving it to all kids. Man, read this little shout. Because y'all done fucked up the history of the world, bro. Try to act like Columbus took corn to Europe. Columbus took corn to Europe, huh? Roll the corn. Columbus took that corn to Europe, didn't the truth now? Did Columbus take the corn to Europe? They got corn on the wall in Egypt. Right there. There go another cob right there. Wasn't no damn Columbus around. Wasn't no fucking hunter-gatherer nowhere to be found. So take your history book, get you a little bit of lighter fluid, close the book on some charcoal. Light that motherfucker on fire. And let it burn like Usher. Because you got it bad. Roll the corn. Because there's corn on the wall. Y'all can stop. There's corn in Egypt, 2000 BC. Columbus ain't done a motherfucking thing. We were coming across the Atlantic in a Cadillac ship before you hunter-gatherers ever left the cave. We was Cadillacing on the Atlantic before you hunter-gatherers ever left caves. And let me show you a lac. Since you don't know what a lac look like, a real Cadillac look like Let me show you. Because y'all done lost y'all motherfucking man. Trash. Like Bubba Dub. Y'all, that's trash what you teaching. Roll the corn. Before Columbus bloodline ever seen a ship. Before your hunter-gatherer bloodline ever seen a ship, we were taking copper and corn and gold and avocados and animals. The Noah's Ark come from here. And we can prove it. That's why I don't want to hear all that Columbus talk. Columbus landed in the islands. He didn't even come to the mainland. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that hunter-gatherer history. I don't care if he landed on fucking Plymouth Rock. Who cares, man? See, we talk about irrelevant shit. We had already sailed the seas in 2000, 3000, 4000 BC. Why the fuck am I worried about a hunter-gatherer 600 years ago? Why? Why would I care? That's like telling your job, pay me what y'all paid me when I first got hired 25 years ago. Pay me them $8 y'all paid me 25 years ago. Don't pay me my new $30 an hour. Pay me my $8. Oh, let's go back to some dumb shit. How dumb is this? That's how you sound trying to teach my people about Columbus. We don't care. I don't want to read his diary, his book, none of that shit. Why? Because these are hunter-gatherers. They made this shit up to lie from the start. So ain't no truth in it. Therefore, ain't no use for me keep on elaborating on what the corporation and Columbus and the French and the British and the Moors and the Turkish Ottomans, ain't no need of me teaching none of their information because it don't align with my spirit. It don't align with my spirit, bro. I get to read about some damn Ottoman Empire, man. I'm damn about to throw the fuck up. Get this shit out of here. This is not my culture. Y'all doing what? Enslaving people. Oh, get this shit out of here, man. Y'all attack Egypt? Get out of here, man. Y'all attacked Egypt? The Ottoman Empire attacked Egypt, bro. And these the people that ran America, the islands? Cap. See, little shit like that, I ain't got to look into it no more. Y'all attack Egypt? I thought they were our people. I thought everybody was connected. Ain't all. Ain't connected. Hunter-gatherer was still attacking Egypt. Come on, man. We over it, bro. Stop. We don't believe you. You need more fake-ass receipts, bro. We don't believe you. You need more people. I don't believe you, bro. Lies on lies on lies, bro. If your bloodline is going back to Europe and empires and all that old coat of arms shit and all that old, I'm connected to King James and my uncle goddamn the King of Scotland and fuck all that. I don't want to hear that shit. Take that teaching over there. Stop tagging truth now in their European and knowledge, bro. I don't care nothing about it. Only time I care about it is in the ancient culture showing who came there and civilized y'all ass. Other than that, y'all can have it, bro. After y'all unalive our people at the Mound sites, I'm done with the history right there. That's all I need to know. The history is dead. We don't care nothing about the white hunter-gatherer that stole our sword and tried to swing it and broke his arm. We don't care about that. It ain't your sword, bro. You ain't big enough. You are a hunter-gatherer. You weigh 110 pounds in famine, bro. We was 200-300 pounds, big-ass swords of copper. You swing that motherfucker, you gonna break your whole shoulder. It wasn't made for you, hunter-gatherer. So y'all put it in museums, act like King Arthur swung the motherfucker. No, my people swung that motherfucker. Ain't no King Arthur. Ain't no Knights of the Round Temple. Ain't no YT heroes in ancient times. Only thing y'all did was unalive the melanated nobility people and took their land and became royalty. After y'all got y'all armies up. But our people was long gone before that. Long gone. All y'all had unalived my people before that, so I don't care what the fuck happened between the black nobility and the Roman Catholic Church, because it ain't my business. But my business was the mound builder sites, because we was there first. Europe is named after an American teaching. Africa is named after American teaching. Therefore, we are the people who civilized y'all motherfuckers, because y'all whole country is named after shit we created, and I can prove it. And ain't now another nigga on the planet can prove it but me. Because you gotta know where things come from. We named y'all country for y'all. We didn't name it, but the things that they saw going on that we were doing, they took what we were doing, took the name that had perspired in that area, and named the whole country. The land of Afri, okay. Yeah, the land of Afri. Afriterra, Africa, yeah, I know where that shit come from. Yeah. Afri is a mother goddess of the spring. That was bought by the Phoenicians. Speaking Hebrew. Y'all didn't know nothing about that. Y'all saw that over there in North Africa, took the name and named the whole continent North Africa. The Cretans talked about Europa. Cretans come from here because they were rolling corn all in Greece. Y'all took the Europa teaching from the Cretans, named the whole continent Europe. Huh? And I can prove it, both of them. I got the receipts. So therefore, y'all didn't have no culture. Y'all didn't even name y'all own cities, bro. Y'all didn't even name y'all own country. How the fuck I'm gonna say I'm from Africa and then an American teacher named Africa? That's the stupidest shit all time. If that's the motherland, why y'all ain't name y'all self? Why does the ideology of Afri come from some Hebrew people coming off the Mediterranean in the Atlantic Ocean? Why? Then the Romans heard about the land of Afri and all this agriculture and structure building going on and said the land of Afri, Africa Terra, we're going to name the whole continent Africa. After the fact. So we can't be from Africa. It don't even make sense. We two different people. We were speaking some form of Hebrew. Y'all were speaking some form of Uga Uga. Simple. That's where you get all this Afro-Semitic shit from. A mixture of a Hebrew language and a Uga Uga language makes it Afro-Semitic or Afro, whatever they want to call it, them languages over there. That's how you get that. Why you think they call it Afro and Afro-Brazilian and Afro? Because it was the original people mixed with the hunter-gatherer. I'm Afro-Cuban. You just a melanated ancient culture person's blood and the new Spanish culture. Y'all mix it together. Now you're an Afro-Cuban. So you get Afro-Asiatic, you getting melanated people from Timeri mixing with either them black Africans or them damn other people over there, and you get Afro-Asiatic. Same shit. But that Hebrew that was found from agriculture languages came from here. Because when you read the real information, it show you that two different people lived in these places and both of them wasn't the same. And the ones who were there first, the African, learned from the people who pulled up with the agriculture language. And I can prove that too. You Berbers, y'all learned y'all language from the Phoenicians. You fake ass Moors, y'all learned y'all language from the Phoenicians. Why y'all don't be teaching that? Phoenicians come from here, bro. Oh, y'all ain't want to teach that shit, Moors and Berbers. Teach that gangster shit. Teach that real gangster shit. Y'all won't do that with you. You just want to call yourself a Moor. You don't even know how the hell you even became that. Teach that gangster shit. That's what you do. If you're not going to teach that gangster shit, if you're not going to teach them Phoenicians, is Hebrews with an agriculture language that evolved into bigger languages. And the Berber, African, North African adapted this language from these people. You ain't teaching the truth. And that's why I don't fuck with you. Roll the corn. Because we had an old mound building culture in North Africa with the mother goddess with the corn. The Berbers adapted the mother goddess with the corn. They adapted the languages too. Then the Romans come in and see the Berbers talking about the mother goddess of Afri. And name that motherfucker Africa. Roll the corn. Y'all better look up what I'm telling y'all now. Look up what Truth Now is telling you. We know the truth now. Them Phoenicians is not from over there. Roll the corn. Where my receipts at, man? I thought I had some more receipts. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. These the people Europe is named after. They come from here. These the people Africa is named after. They come from here. Then you get Greek and Latin and English, hunter-gatherer. These two languages were Paleo-Hebrew. Cretans came from the Mississippi River. Phoenicians came from the Mississippi River, pulling copper out of the Great Lakes, and I can prove it. Y'all languages and name came from some Timeri shit. I can prove it. Don't play with me. So all you Muslims, all you Europeans, all you Native Americans, all you Africans, y'all better start showing Timeri some love, because the knowledge was brought from here to there. That's why everybody hate us, because anybody who got real knowledge knows where the knowledge and the teachings and the structure building came from. They know. Like Drake say, they know, they know, they know. They know, they know. Them hunter-gatherers who've been digging in the mounds and pyramids for thousands of years figured this shit out years ago, that all the teaching come from here. Roll the corn. All of it. See that? Do you see that? Roll the corn. They know. You see that, right? And I keep showing this to just prove a point. I keep showing this to prove a point, right? Roll the corn. Why is this stuff in North Georgia, people? Why is it there? Why is it in North Georgia? Stones they tore down off pyramids, stone-faced pyramids in Georgia. Why is it there? Aleph. Aleph. Alphabet. The A and the B, the first two alphabets. Alphabet. That's where you get the name from. This is Aleph. Right here. It's the A. Roll the corn. In North Georgia, in stone. Ancient. We know the truth now. Bet. Beth. Bet is Beth. Bethlehem. The house. Simple petroglyphs became languages. Beth means house, people. Bethlehem means the house of bread. The first A and the first B from agriculture languages from America built every other language on the face of the damn earth. That's why it's called alphabet. Aleph and bet. Roll the corn, then stop playing with yourself. Acting like them other languages got some. No. Some other guy tried to sneak diss me and say this other language, the Aramaic language, is older than this. You a motherfucking lie. Aramaic ain't nothing but 3,000 years old. Maybe 4. Maybe 4. Maybe 4. Boy, this stuff right here, nigga. Woo. At least 8. At least 8. Aramaic is not older than this, bro. Stop lying. Somebody pull up Aramaic and see how old it is and put it in the chat. Somebody pull up Aramaic and see how old it is. See, how old is the Aramaic language? Trying to argue with me, knowing that shit ain't older than this. Stop it. How old is it, y'all? Somebody Google it. That's what I thought. 3,000 years old. That's exactly what I thought. I know I won't be tripping. I was right on the head. 3, maybe 4. 3, maybe 4. Boy, this language right here is, boy, listen. Woo. You don't even want to go back there far. Trying to argue me about languages and stuff. Bro, I done studied this stuff. You think I'm just on here talking for no reason? 2,200 years old? It ain't old. It ain't even older than Jesus. Roll the corn. See what I'm saying? This language right here was getting put down. Boy, it wasn't no gods. When they were speaking this language right here, it wasn't even no gods. Nothing but nature. Nothing but nature was going on when they wrote this. That's it. We speaking about the plow, the ox, the house, the water is mem, basic necessities for living in prehistoric times. Mem is water, which is mu. Roll the corn, the towel cross, the towel cross. This is the bottom of the ankh. If you don't know it, that's Hebrew. They want to separate that teaching of Egyptian ankhs and all that shit. You want to separate it from what it really is. That's Hebrew. That's why they lost up so many of our people trying to act like, oh, that biblical stuff ain't got nothing to do with this. Yes, it do. Where you think they got that biblical stuff from? The people who were teaching this before the Bible was ever written. The tau cross is the same thing as the summer solstice, people. The tau is the summer solstice. The loop, see, now I'm finna get deep. The bottom of the tau is Sirius. The middle is Orion. Regal and Betelgeuse on both sides. The loop is the womb that happens before dawn. Hyades, Pleiades, and the horns of Taurus, you put the loop on top of the towel. You have the Ankh, the key of life. That's why the towel is found in Mexico. It's older than the Ankh. Look up the towel with the Mayans. Look up the towel with the damn Olmecs. Shit older than Egypt, man. Mayans got towels all over every fucking thing. Same meaning as the Ankh, just ain't got the loop on top. Same shit, man. Roll the coin. If you think I'm lying, look it up. I know where they got their culture from. Now, if you go through all these old characters of Paleo-Hebrew, you will break all type of codes, bro. You'll break all type of codes. If you can read this, you can break all type of codes on all levels, all around the world. Sumerians were doing the same language. They just switched it to the cuneiform. That's it. They talk about the Hotu. It's the same stuff. They talking about the Hotu in cuneiform. The land of the Ho, yeah. The land of the Ho is Timeri. The land of the Ho is Timeri. Roll the coin. Hold on. This it? Timeri, the land of the Ho. See that? Timeri, the land of the Ho. The land of the Ho. Where do you think they got it from? Okay. Keep thinking Samaria ain't from over here too. Them motherfuckers from here too. Because that teaching is older than Egypt. Them ain't no aliens. That teaching come from here too. The land of the Ho is here, Timeri. Why are the Sumerians talking about the Ho in cuneiform? Ask yourself. With the same minerals, the same teachings as America. Anu is Orion. It's the same thing. An is heaven, like I just told you. Anu is Orion. An is heaven. Anu is Orion, crossing the celestial equator. That's the end of that. Enlil is the north. Daylight. You see it? Daylight. Enlil is above the celestial equator. He is the stars in the daylight. The middle is Key. Where the celestial equator is across, that's Key. That's the earth. Earth, heaven, underworld. Enki is the underworld. Enlil is the daylight of the upper world. Key is the center of the universe where they align things, which is the middle. Anu is Orion going across the earth plane. Them ain't no damn aliens, man. This is a teaching for agriculture. Bro, how this man keep getting in my goddamn chat, bro? Bro, come on up here and talk to me, bro. Please. Come on, talk to me, bro. Please, come talk to me. Come on, talk to me.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
What am I making up?
Look, you speaking on your indigenous matters, okay, so be it. That's your thing, that's your thing. But I want you to understand something. You got certain people that take like studying serious in a certain kind of way. Not saying that you aren't. I don't know you. And I'm not willing to just, that's why I'm willing to have this type of discussion. Because I believe men should have a discussion even if they don't really agree. And what I'm saying is this: the Hebrew people we still have our ways. You understand that? Like the Hebrew people have never left. We've been scattered, but we've never lost our culture. So when we hear people who are not a part of the culture speaking in a certain kind of way, it's going to raise alarm in a certain kind of way because it's like, what is they talking about? And that's the only thing I'm speaking to. I'm an Israelite, brother. Like I really
Okay.
do this. So
Okay.
to hear you speak about me and mine in a certain kind of
So,
way without you really understanding the
okay.
history in any kind of meaningful way is not cool, bro.
Okay. For one, you moving personally. For two, what am I teaching wrong that I just said when you just put that
Yeah,
comment?
yeah. Your understanding of where you think the Hebrew people come from. Period.
Where they come from?
Everything.
Where they come from?
Everything you said about the Hebrew
Where do
people
they
is
come
incorrect.
from, brother?
Everything you said about the Hebrew people is incorrect.
Where do they come from?
Where do they come from? That's a very good question. That's for another type of day. But what I'm
Oh
saying is this:
man,
everything that
bro,
I've
come
heard you
on, bro.
speak on when it comes to the
If
Hebrew
you gonna
people,
sit
in
here and act
regard to
like
our
you know
alphabet, in
everything, bro,
regard to our customs and our practices, all
bro, if
these
you gonna
things
act
come
like
from
you
a
know
particular place,
everything,
bro.
bro, come talk to the people, bro. Where do they come
Okay,
from?
so if you want to understand that, really, a lot of Hebrew culture comes from the Sumerians. That's where they come from.
So the
Hebrew
so the Hebrew
Hebrew
language,
tradition
so the
comes
Hebrew
from the
language.
Sumerian culture.
Hold on. So the Hebrew language came from Sumerians.
Hebrew culture, of which you know, or which your understanding, not my understanding, your understanding
Bro, quit putting
of what you
me,
know to be
quit,
Hebrew
quit,
culture
quit putting,
comes from the
quit, put,
Sumerian people.
quit putting me and you at odds in information. That's not what I'm here for. If you said the Sumerians started the information, if they didn't start it, who started it, bro?
Yeah, they did. They started it all.
So it didn't start in America.
America has no look. I don't know. I don't have this fixation on anywhere in particular. My thing is, I like the truth. That's the
Okay.
only thing I'm interested in. I
Okay.
don't care about the geography of
Okay.
anywhere in
Okay.
particular. I have no
Okay.
fascination
Now let me ask you.
about the
Let me ask you.
continent of
Let me ask
Africa.
your big Israelite, big dog self some questions, since you know everything.
I
Okay.
don't know everything. I'm just telling you what I
Why are
do
you acting
know.
like you know everything?
I don't know like I know
Ain't
everything.
nothing
I'm
I
just telling you
taught
what
on
I
my
do
live
know.
a lie, bro.
I'm
Ain't
telling you
nothing
what I
I
do
said.
know. I don't know everything.
Ain't nothing I said today a lie, bro. What did I
Yeah,
lie
no,
about?
no, it really is, and that's why I'm speaking to it because I'm not really interested in having argument. I don't argue with men. I'm grown. I'm all the way grown,
This
so I don't argue with men,
this is
bro.
this is the problem with our people, bro. Are you just coming here to disagree just to disagree?
I ain't disagreeing. Disagree. I'm telling you facts. As an Israelite, as a scholar, brother, I'm a scholar. Literally, I'm a
Well, talk
scholar.
like a scholar, bro, and quit running your
Okay, I'm
mouth.
speaking to you as a
And
scholar,
drop
and I'm
and drop
telling you
some
you're
receipts.
wrong. Just
Scholars drop
leave the
receipts. You
Israelite
want the
collect,
big
leave
screen?
that
You want the
alone.
big screen? There you go. Hold on. You want the big screen? Here
Leave
go the
them
big
matters
screen.
alone,
I'm
bro.
finna shut up. Here go the big screen. I'm finna shut up. Roll receipts. Let's do it. Since you
Yeah,
act like you a
bro.
big scholar, let's go.
Hold on.
I'm finna cut
Time
my
out.
mic off. What you got for the people? Because it's
Look,
too
man.
much talking going on.
Look, hold on. Let me be clear, bro.
Roll the receipts. Let's get it.
Let me be
Show me where
very
the Hebrew
clear.
Israelites come from. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna be quiet.
Speak on whatever you want to
Cut my
speak on. I
whole.
understand you do your indigenous
I'm gonna
mountain
cut my
building thing
whole.
and all that
I
kind of
won't speak
stuff,
on
right?
nothing. I ain't speaking on
I
nothing. Drop receipts.
understand that.
I'm
I don't
on
speak
mute.
to them type of things because I don't specialize in those. We ain't went nowhere. Israelite temples in Israel right now. What are you talking about, America? Israelites were scattered throughout the whole planet, bro. Read a book, please. Read a book, please. You got to do, you put in your own.
Did y'all see any receipts? Any receipts? Did y'all see any cornrow? Did y'all see any teachings that or y'all just seen somebody crazy as fuck just running their mouth like I did? Brain just fried. What y'all see? I could be tripping. Did he roll? Did he drop elite receipts or what happened? Now, all I heard from dude was Israelites are scattered everywhere. Yes, our culture went everywhere, brother. That's what I've been teaching the whole fucking live. The Cretans, the Phoenicians, the first people in Israel, the first people on the Nile, Indus Valley civilization, North Russia, Asia. Didn't I just show you that? Did I show you the corn in Hindu, the corn in China? Them Hebrews, bro. You saying the same thing I'm saying. Now, if you mentally challenged or crazy, I ain't mad at you because this shit'll drive you crazy if you ain't strong. We built global empires. I just told you a teaching from Timeri named Europe. A teaching from Timeri named Africa. Yes, we went around the world and taught it, bro. But who are the original people? When you speak of Hebrew or Ibri, Ibri means the people who passed over or traveled over this land. So if our people are traveling from Timeri to Africa in the Middle East, they called them the people who are passing over the land. Ibri is Hebrew, not Israel. Israel is a teaching from Hebrew, nigga. Israel, that's a star alignment. You don't even know that yet? You don't know that? You don't know that big Hebrew Israelite, that Israel is a star alignment? Ra the sun, right? Huh? Is Isis or the Pleiades, right? Man, look at here, brother. That language of Paleo-Hebrew came from the first agriculture people on the planet. Israel is the desert, bro. That language didn't start right there. It was brought there. Samaria, it was brought there. The Ubaid culture that was there before the Sumerians are the real people from Timeri. You don't even know about the Ubaid culture because you all stuck in Samaria because the white man told you that's the culture of the aliens. The Ubaid culture built Samaria. And guess what they were doing? Rolling corn. That's who built the first Nineveh. That's why you get the Nineveh corn tablets. That's who built the Warka vase. Who made the Warka vase with the corn on the vase. Brother. Israel is a trade center of our people that went over there. Because the first Israel means Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is the Mound of Spring. The Mound of Spring is aligned with the spring equinox for the sowing of the seed, brother. That was bought there. It wasn't no mounds over there until they put it there. Somebody done told you wrong. Yes, we spread it around the world, but where in the fuck did it come from? That's what you missing. Hebrew Israelites taught you it started in Israel, and that is a lie. Because ain't no agriculture language started in the desert. It starts where agriculture is at. I just showed you a mound builder with them same Hebrew symbols with corn, ancient corn, 9,000 years old in mounds on the Mississippi River. Israel ain't that old, big dog. Some culture had to evolve and bring that over there. We know the truth now. So if you just arguing just to be arguing, or you real life want to know the truth. Because if you just basing your information on what they told you, you're going to forever be lost, brother. Every place that you are talking about got ancient mounds there of the people who came there first. Research it. Spain, Morocco, Italy, all them places got ancient culture that was there before any mass civilization hit that land. Those are the so-called Hebrew, the Ibri, the people who are passing through different lands in the Mediterranean. Come on, man. Roll the corn. You think that's a religious thing. It's not. It started off as an agriculture language, and everything those people done, they turned it into religion. It's not religious. You can't link it to religion, or therefore you would trick yourself. You would trick yourself, bro. You would literally drive yourself crazy trying to put it together. You gotta separate it. Those originally were nature's teachings that became religious teachings. The hunter-gatherer made it religious because he had never saw a people with that much spiritualism that can grow agriculture and pyramids and structures. Were nobody in Israel but hunter-gatherers before our people got there. The same way the Berbers were hunter-gatherers till the Phoenicians got there. So you got to understand who is the big dog and where they come from. Wasn't no big dogs in Africa, big dog, until we pulled the fuck up. That's when the biblical story starts on that land. Some of the biblical story come from this land, some of it come from that land, but it's all mixed together. It's ancient stories that we brought with us, and there are stories that happened over there, and they put it all in one book and turned it into religion, and you think it's religious, but it's not. Israel, the star alignment for crops. That's what the hell that is. Baal ain't evil. Baal is the Lord of the harvest. That ain't got nothing to do with no devil. The white man told you that. Roll the corn. Egypt is telling you the first alphabet in Hebrew come from the land of the hoe, Tamari. Egypt told your ass, bro. You ain't listening to your own people. The beloved land, the land of the hoe. And the hoe, the first letter in Hebrew. The plow. Big dog, you lost. You lost. Everything Sumerians did is mound building culture. What they do? They built tails, which is mounds. They irrigated the Euphrates River. It's corn still on the Euphrates River right now. You don't even know nothing about that, big Hebrew Israelite. It's still there. They got the Earth Cross and the Galactic Cross. The Mississippian got the Earth Cross. That's old Hebrew. When you put both of them together, that's a newer form of Hebrew. This is the old Hebrew. This plus this is the Middle Hebrew down the line 1,000 years later. See, you don't know that. The Mississippian culture got the first Hebrew symbols on the face of the earth on their artifacts, bro. Then you get Samaria and Egypt. Where you think them people came from? Enlil and Inky, right? This is what I want to explain to you. There is a mound on LSU campus aligned with Aldebaran, 6,000 years old. That's around about how old the Sumerians are. That mound that's matching that star in the sky is Enlil. Aldebaran is a part of Enlil teachings. See, you don't know that. Let me pull a receipt. Roll the coin. Roll the coin. Hold on, I can't even get back up here. Hold on. Let me show you something, brother. Cause you around here thinking that the Anunnaki or the Sumerian is the big dog. No, bro. You lost your mind. Roll the coin. Arcturus, the brightest star in the Boötes star constellation, is associated with the stars with the god Enlil. Arcturus is a part of the herdsman in the sky mythology, right? Enlil is the creator of the plow also, right? Arcturus, right? Boötes star constellation is Enlil. Arcturus is the brightest star in the Boötes. Let's go see something older that align with Arcturus, older than Samaria, right on the Louisiana, right on the Mississippi River. LSU campus mounds. Oldest man-made mounds in America, 11,000 years ago. Arcturus was referred in the news at LSU campus mounds, aligned with that mound on LSU campus. See that? Therefore, the people on the Mississippi River knew of Arcturus and the Boötes star constellation way before Samaria got it, big dog. So therefore, somebody had to learn this teaching to teach it somewhere else in the world. Hebrew Israelite. So therefore, these the same bloodline of people, but these their ancestors on the Mississippi. Because they way thousands of years older with the same star alignment teaching for agriculture. And then you go over there and look at the land of the whole. It's Timeri. It make perfect sense. So all this knowledge do not come from Africa and the Middle East. It come from the Mississippi. Now that you understand Hezekiah, Hakikia, Ikea, come on, big dude. Roll the corn. The ancient culture of Timeri is the teacher of the planet. IKEA. Go buy a couch or something, bro. Stop trying to argue with me for trying to teach my people the truth. Hezekiah IKEA. I love you and I'm in love with you, but you're going to stop playing with me in my life, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with being an Israelite, but you have to understand that Israelite is telling you that it comes from Israel, and that's not true. You can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, but that teaching don't come from Israel. You might as well just call yourself a Hebrew. You take the Israelite off of it, because that ain't where it started. Roll the corn. Now you got to understand the shit I just showed y'all with the stars. Now you must understand that these languages started from agriculture. Now it all fits the puzzle perfectly. Whoever aligned them stars for agriculture created this damn language. This ain't come from no Middle East people. These pharaohs are agriculture people, like I call them, because pharaoh comes from taxing of the dead. The word pharaoh really comes from taxing of the dead, right? But these people with these straight lines are the first agriculture people buried in wood sarcophagus of the first dynastic period. They found people over here look just like this in coffins, with wooden coffins, brother. She got the hole in her hand. I'm telling y'all, they hid these people. This how the Grand Canyon mummies were looking. The ancestors of the people on the Nile. I'm telling you what I know. And where they come from to get to the Grand Canyon. The Mississippi River. Their ancestors come from, the Grand Canyon people ancestors come from the Mississippi River. Now you understand it? Because before they put all them dams up in America, you could ride the Mississippi, take a left on the Ohio, go right to the Colorado, and go right to the Grand Canyon. Right over Denver, Colorado. Why you think they blocked all that off to try to tell you ain't nothing out there in the Grand Canyon? The Mississippi, take a left, you take a left at Cahokia, nigga. You cruise your Cadillac, you see Cahokia with the pyramid mound, you bust a left on the Ohio. You ride to Ohio till your ass get to Colorado. You bust a left on the Colorado. You get some gas right there, and you go to the Grand Canyon in your ship. Roll the coin. That's how you get there. Now they put dams all up in Denver to stop it. They stopped it all over here. All these damn dams everywhere. Now you can't get to all the rivers. You can go to all them rivers. You can leave the Grand Canyon and hit the Mississippi and come out the Gulf of Mexico. Roll the coin. You can leave Lake Superior and come all the way down to Mississippi on small rivers, hit the Mississippi, go right to Gulf of Mexico. You don't know that? We civilized them people. We had already mastered the art of building and mining and agriculture before we even came over there. Roll the coin. We built temples out of stone, the first people to do it on the planet, bro. You think a pyramid just happened to pop up on the Nile, nigga? You think a mound just happened to pop up in Israel from nowhere and they never had done that before the biblical times? Somebody came there that was already great. Roll the coin. Michael Jordan had already torched niggas when he started torching Utah in that last ring. He had already know he was torching niggas. We had already been torching knowledge when we crossed over Brian Russell. We was all ready to go. Then what you got to understand. Malachi Z. York, free him. Free Malachi Z. York. But at the same time, we ain't no motherfucking aliens. This ain't no alien right here. This your ancestors. These people ain't fall out no sky, no fallen angels or none of that. These people come from the planet, therefore they learned the planet. They nature's chosen people. With a covenant to teach people how to feed their people with agriculture knowledge and astrology and irrigation of rivers. Give the power back to the people buried in the ground, not to entities you know nothing of. When you give your power to entities that you know nothing of, that you are speculating about, that's when bad things happen to you. You got to give it to you know what's real. You won't take your money and send it to a ghost, will you? You won't take your paycheck and send it to no ghost, will you? Send your paycheck to ET and see what happened to it. There's going to be a man on the backside of the fake ET getting your check. Send your paycheck to Enlil and Inky. If you think they some real aliens, they so real. Your great-grandmama really was real. Your grandmama and your mama really real. These people really real. They got bones, artifacts, big-ass pyramids and temples. These people really real. Keep on putting your money in these fake entities. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You know that's pagan, right? Let me get off of here, man. You know that's pagan, right? You give your currency to an entity. And I ain't talking down about nobody. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Keep giving your currency to entities. And your luck gonna forever be bad. You give your currency to things in the to things you know existed in the physical world. Then it becomes spiritual. We gave fruits and flower offerings back to the physical mound that we built during the harvest. Then it became spiritual. We didn't take our goddamn fruits and vegetables to ET, to the Predator. We didn't take nothing to the Alien with the white girl on there. The Alien movie. We didn't take nothing to them. We didn't take nothing to Alf. So all that alien guiding, teaching, all that shit is foolishness, bro. They taught you wrong. Those are star alignments. I know it don't sound all fascinating. Motherfuckers coming from Nibiru, flying around, giving DNA. I know the stories sound good. It sound like a made-for-Hollywood ass hunter-gatherer story. Inky flew down, gave DNA to the monkey man, and the monkey man dug gold. Inky took the gold and saved his planet back at Nibiru. Shut the fuck up. It's a made-for-Hollywood Lifetime ass story. Roll the cord. It ain't got nothing to do with the truth, bro. The truth is, the Ubaid culture intermingled with the Sumerian culture, and they came up and started building these big ass tail mounds and agriculture, teaching folks star alignments and moon alignments. This is where the Islam gets the moon alignments from. The moon alignment people for agriculture, which came there a long time ago. That's where they come from. Roll the corn. That's what really happened. They intermingled with hunter-gatherers, upgraded their DNA by intermingling with them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way to mix blood. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We upgraded their DNA. Not no damn aliens. If your smart ass have a baby with a dummy, you gonna upgrade the child's DNA. It's just that simple. You have a baby with a white hunter-gatherer, you gonna upgrade that hunter-gatherer child's DNA automatically. He gonna be stronger, he throwing the football farther, he faster, he thinks smarter, his hair got a little shape to it. Same thing happened in ancient times. Don't think this is a fucking made-for-Hollywood story. We pulled up, tall as hell, well-nourished, with agriculture tools, teaching stars. They ass was short and skinny with famine and running around scavenging trying to eat. We mixed with one and we started mixing with them because eventually you're going to mix with them because you've been over there so long. Now they popping out with a little swag in their step because they got the drop of blood from the gods. Roll the corn. Now they popping out. That's what happened, bro. And automatically, you gonna take the history and the language from the better person. Why would I take the hunter-gatherer language when Big Dog over here speaking talking that shit? And he talking about these stars and he eating good, he got jewelry on. The hunter-gatherer side ain't got nothing. This man got a pyramid, gold necklaces, and he's speaking spiritual. His people look up to him. He tall and the most beautiful being on the face of the earth. He brown skinned it. He just looked like something I got. This my daddy. This my daddy. Mama, look. I'm sorry. Take that hunter-gatherer shit over there. I got to roll with him. So now you take on his language. You take on his teachings. You turn his teachings into God teachings. You turn his teachings, now you take his culture because it's a better culture and you keep pushing it through European and African and Middle Eastern history. Shit make common sense, man. Roll the coin. Common sense. He have a baby with a hunter-gatherer. The baby going with him. If I'm the baby, I'm going with him. He cool. I don't know what you doing. I'm going with the cool parent. Take me back to Timeric. I don't want to stay over here, Dad. Take me back over there. That's the promised land? Where the damn ship at? I'm ready to go back. We can't stay over here with these. They tripping, Dad. They ain't got no food. They still trying to learn from my dad, and Daddy, take me back. Roll the coin. That's what happened. That's how you get black nobility in Europe. The blood that came from us mixing with them people became the black nobility, man. Roll the coin. And in some civilizations, they took us out. They unalived all of us after we mixed with them and took all our buildings and agriculture and everything and set over there like they were the big Moors, the Berbers. Now they the Berbers. They big dogs now. Now y'all got niggas in America teaching the people who cutthroated your ancient ancestors. Now they the big dogs. You don't even know no better. You don't even know no better. You ain't researched enough. The Berbers mixed with the Phoenicians. The Cretans mixed with hunter-gatherers in Greece. Our people mixed with people on the Nile. Roll the coin. Sumerians, Ubays mixed with Sumerians. Ubay mixed with Sumerians. And y'all want to call them aliens. You lost your mind. You don't know no better. Roll the coin. Y'all sit here and say these names of these gods and goddesses. Tiamat and Ishtar. Ish is Hebrew. You ain't put this shit together? Ishtar, the mother goddess, Ish is Hebrew. Put it together and stop teaching white people's knowledge. Put it together. You got to break these words down and really learn what they mean. If I hear Ish on a goddess anywhere in Europe or Africa, that's Hebrew, automatically. I already know it. I ain't even got to look at it twice. It's certain key words you must know. Right? How in the hell a mound in Mississippi is called Ishki? Ishki? Did they change it to Nina Waya? Ishki is Hebrew. The mother goddess. Then you see Ki in Samaria, and you think that shit come from there. Roll the coin. One more time, and I'm going to get out y'all here with this one. I just got to show y'all this, right? Ninawaya is the Native American word. The real word is Ishki. She is Ishki, the mound of the Choctaw, the great mother. You see that? Ishki, great mother, Ishki Chateau. What's key in Sumerian? Earth. Earth is key. Mother Earth. Mother Goddess. You think this shit come from outer space. I'm still here telling you your ancestors told me they come from the planet. Man Earth. Mother Earth. Ish in Hebrew. Ki means earth. Ish means man in Hebrew. The mother goddess. Mother Earth. We use the melanated woman as a depiction for Mother Earth. Don't you get it? We use the melanated woman, the woman who was around, as a depiction for the mother goddess, the Isis. Don't you understand it? They looking at their own people and putting a representation of Ishki, the great mother, looking like your mama. You understand now? This ain't no Native American mound. This is a Hebrew mound. That mound is older than Samaria, bro. You can stop playing with yourself. We brought the word Ish and Key to Sumerians. That's where they get Key from, and Ishtar. But you lost. You don't know no better. You let somebody teach you, they don't know what they talking about. You think these cultures are different. Really, these cultures are exactly the same. I love y'all and I'm in love with you. IKEA, hope you learned something today. Roll the corn. I ain't trying to preach, I'm just trying to teach. Because somebody is listening to that foolishness, and I don't want them to get stirred the wrong way. Talking about that's my cash up right there. Somebody, I don't want, and another thing, people. If you gonna try to say somebody is wrong, you need to be prepared with receipts, bro. Don't get the stuttering and shit. Don't get on my line. Hold on. I don't know. Don't do it. Don't go. You were just talking big shit in the chat. You need to come up here talking like, at least lying like Billy Carson. At least come up sounding intelligent and get the line. Or, at least get to doing something that makes some sense, bro. Don't get up here and freeze up. Don't you freeze up. If you freeze up, I ain't got no respect for you no more. Don't freeze up talking that gangster shit. When the bullets get to flying, don't get under the damn seat trying to hide. No, shoot back, nigga. When the bullet get to flying, don't, mama, please help me, God. No. You better, if you want to target it and do, you better dump back. If you ain't gonna if you not gonna dump back, you cap it. You just want to argue with me, bro. You ain't shoot back not one time. All you was saying were Hebrews all around the world. We know that shit. You think we don't know that? All these sophisticated top Americans in the chat, and you gonna hear and that's your answer? We know we went all over the world, bro. That's the last thought in our mind. We know that. What you teaching? Now, if you got mental illness, let me know so I'll leave you alone. But if you think you really kicking some knowledge, you got to come better than that. Now, he said, I'm a Hebrew scholar. I'm a big scholar. Let me talk to your family members and see, are you mentally stable to be talking to me, bro? You got to be mentally stable, big dog. Come on now. I don't want to be going at the wrong with a disabled man. That ain't what I do now. I ain't low like that. I love you, I'm in love with you now, but y'all didn't let me know if these people is crazy. Because this knowledge will drive you crazy if you don't know how to accept it and accept the truth, bro. Now I'll pull up on you and come holler at you now in person. Give you a hug, my brother. Well, we're not here just to argue with each other for the sake of arguing with each other. But you do that every time I go live. That's the reason why I did that. Every time I go live, you do that, bro. He lying. Bro, what am I lying about? Now, if you want to be in Israel that bad, we'll fundraise to get you a ticket to get your ass over there. How much is a ticket to Israel? Ain't gonna be nothing over there but hunter-gatherers and stud missiles, bro. Ain't nothing over there but hunter-gatherers and scud missiles. I don't think you really want to go there. You just talking this shit. You get your ass over there, you dodging bullets and missiles all day. And then you melanated? Oh, boy, they coming for you first. Oh, he over there talking about he a Hebrew Israelite in the middle of Tel Aviv? Boy, the Arabs coming. Boy, the Arabs is coming for your ass automatically. Because you an automatic enemy of them people. Them people culturally assimilated our culture thousands of years ago, bro. Ain't no more us over there. Ain't no more knowledge over there. Ain't no more virtue over there. Ain't no more love over there. Ain't no more care over there. Don't you ever think it's some care in Israel, bro. They knocking your top off as soon as you get off the plane. A bummer gonna walk in, knock on your door, and blow the bomb up at your front door. That's not where the love and the virtue is at, bro. Take your ass. Okay. The love and virtue right here where you at. Ain't no going live, getting nobody like your live or none of that over there. ain't no food like that. Ain't no virtuous women. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing over there, bro. They done dumb the biblical lands down of that area so bad, you gonna take your ass in the hood, bro. You gonna feel worse than you in the hood. At least in the hood, I could meet some older virtuous people who would give me a plate of food or let me do something for a couple dollars. Ain't none of that over there. It been gone for a long time, bro. What kind of virtuous God, people of nature are bombing each other right beside each other, bro? They live right beside each other, but they dropping bomb like this. We're doomed. We're doomed. Imagine the power. Listen to me closely, y'all. Imagine how powerful the people had to be to come there thousands of years ago, and they still trying to claim they them people thousands of years later, fighting over a land neither one of them built. How powerful them people that was there first? Think about that. 3,000, 4,000 years later, these motherfuckers still fighting. Still trying to say they some Jewish people. We're Jewish. Ashkenazi. Still biting. That's like if I'm a rapper and I'm biting. Who a rapper in the 80s, bro? Cool Mo D? I'm a rapper and I'm steady biting Cool Mo D bars in 2025. You're gonna be like, why is this nigga Truth now rapping LL Cool J bars, man? He's still biting. Curtis Blow. Them people is biting history from thousands of years ago. That's how hunter-gatherer they are. I just made up a word, gathered. These people are still fighting over the land that our people built long time ago. And they still dying about it, bro. How powerful were the people that were there to leave a lasting impression on them people like that, bro? They still carry that teaching on to this day. And I swear this had to be at least 2,000 years ago. At the least. Think about that. Because the original people is not there. You can say, DJ, quick. Come on, man. They still rebuttaling our culture that wasn't religious, but they turned it religious. So it becomes religion when you take on somebody else's culture and you try to live or be like them. That's what that comes from. We're not trying to live and be like them people. Because we are them people. The virtuousness was already in us. They just broke us from the astrology and the land and the agriculture and the structure building. They broke that up. But the spirit is still there. They are imitating the spirit. We always had the spirit. So when we start imitating their materialistic culture, then we go back to being hunter-gatherers. Now you understand it? When we want to be the YT man, we want to work with them. We want to get degrees with them. We want to live next door to him. We want to wave at his wife and kids and act like we they friends. And I want all the cars and all the big houses. And I want to run my credit through the roof like the hunter-gatherer. Then you take on their culture. Now you cutthroat for the money. Like they did. You went from being people go from being the most virtuous people on the planet. Then they knock off your people and steal all your stuff and hide the information. Then they come back with your information and get rich. Now you want to be like them after taking your shit and getting rich. That's what happened. You went around a whole circle and lost yourself. Trying to be like them. When they were trying to be like you the whole time. Got to get back to being us. Let me tell y'all something, bro. If you show them hunter-gatherers that money do not control you, they lose all their power. They lose all their power. I'm talking about they go from 100 to 0. If you in a job and you let them people know, bro, y'all not finna handle me like that by no money, bro. I'm finna walk up out this motherfucker. They lose all their power. If you a rapper and you don't care nothing about all them cars and all that trying to control you demonically with the money, and you just cut that shit off and start over on your own, you know how powerful that is. They think they can control us with material goods because that's their culture. They the one go buy a woman a $20,000 purse just to sit up beside her. Then got our people thinking that you need a $20,000 purse for this man to speak to you. That's foolishness. That's their culture. They go do all that stuff and then the people don't even like them. Then they come back and unalive the whole family. Because that's their culture. They think they can buy people, bro. You can't buy me. I had a friend, y'all. This nigga gonna tell me he not messing with a woman unless she got some money. Is you crazy? I'm looking for the virtue, the greatness in her heart, how she treat people, how she interact with people. I'm looking at that. You looking for a woman with some money? That's white people shit. If I like her and she is a great spirit, she could be laying on the curb eating a popsicle with no shoes on. Come on to the house. That's spiritual, right? Y'all are taking on the mark of the beast. Come on, man. I don't care nothing about her career. I don't care nothing about what kind of car she got. I don't care how big her house is. All I care about is her heart. That's it. Do she really care? That's all I care about. Am I attracted to her or do she give a damn? That's all I care about. Do she give a damn, bro? Is she gonna, can I get a plate of food here and there? Or do she give any damns about me? That's it. Then we can take care of the rest. But I'm not looking for no woman for no material gain. That is how things don't work, bro. So don't be throwing your material stuff in people's face thinking that's gonna make them like you. You're gonna attract the wrong energy. You need to be talking about morals and values and traditions and what you would do in this situation and what you would do. That's what you need to be talking to these people about. Don't be talking to them about what's your 401k, but you got insurance and how much you make a year. I ain't asking nobody that shit. That lets me know you is a hunter-gatherer. Obviously, I'm sitting here looking good, so automatically I got something going on. That's all you need to know. Damn, it's too much materialism in the culture, bro. Get that shit out of here. It's hurting us. We are dealing with the wrong people for materialism. Come on, man. We have to deal with people that's good in nature. You can build up anything else, bro. People that's good in nature, you can build them up. I don't care if he homeless. You can put some teeth in his mouth, get him a cut, throw him some J's on, he right back. Long as the heart good, you gonna get the money back anyway. Throw a little investment together, roll the coin. Because them people who think they better than you and they trying to be like the hunter-gatherers, bro, them people is going to tear you down materially and spiritually and physically. I'm telling you what I know. Motherfuckers always talk about some material shit. I don't want to have nothing to do with y'all. Nothing. Nothing. I've seen it too many times, bro. It don't work. You got to really fool with this person spiritually at the end of the day. And they got to be good people over all other things. And that's the bottom line. Roll the coin. Excelder, what's up, bro? I be looking at the videos you be doing the live. I keep dropping them, bro. Keep dropping them. Because sometimes I say things and I come back and put them on YouTube. I be forgetting what I said. Then I see your video and I be laughing at myself and I be talking crazy, but they be fire. I black out sometime, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to put this on YouTube. Roll the coin. Let me put this up there. If you missed the first part of this, it's going to be on YouTube this evening. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Ikea, Ezekiel. I love you. I'm in love with you, man. I'm just messing with you, bro. But at the same time, stop attacking me, bro. I'm not here to be attacked, bro. Stop attacking me every live, man. Come on. It's all good, bro. Just, I look at things from, if you said something that I could look into, I would have looked into it, but you didn't say nothing. Roll the cord. You didn't say nothing. You just went off on me, man. And, you just said Hebrews everywhere. We know that. Good speech, though. I even cut my mic off so you can roll the cord. Gave you like 3-4 minutes. I ain't heard nothing. So y'all have a good day, man. Khalil at the gun, roll the coin. Love you, know me in love with you. We know the truth now. Great live, man. Great live.